Hi everybody and welcome to another vlog. This is Eryberrie and this may look a little bit familiar. This is me with no makeup again. Now the point of this particular episode is to show you the new skincare routine I've been following. Do you remember on a few videos ago where I put on the Dermacol, I said could you guess which skincare routine I am following? 2 people have guessed. They get a massive shout out, so a huge shout out to Wonderful Things who guessed Clinique skincare routine. Another shout out is to Chicken Shed My Life who didn't give a name for what the routine was, but then just sort of put it in stages. I think you're doing this and this and this. Now unfortunately guys, neither of you were correct. However, I do appreciate it was just a wild guess. Because you're 2 people who did guess, I'm going to give both of you 10 berry points each. I don't quite know how they'll be remunerated, but I'll think of something. Maybe one day if I do my own merchandise, I'll remember that you've got 10 points each and give you a free t-shirt. But right here I'm actually going to tell you probably have guessed it from the title and the tags and the description, that I am following the Korean skincare routine. Ladies in Korea, they have a very rigorous 10-step process to their skincare routine. They don't all follow exactly every single 10 steps, but almost very close to it. But here I'm going to show you the 10 steps. Now, I went on Amazon and I purchased each product separately. The steps are oil cleanser, foam or water cleanser, exfoliator, toner, essence, treatment like a serum or an ampoule, I think that's how it's pronounced, sheet mask, eye cream, moisturiser and SPF. I'm not going to follow every single step every single day, twice a day. Every other morning I have a bath and I wash my hair. I have decided that bath days, not because I'm having a bath, but I'm just following those days. Those are the days I do the full 10 steps. The days in between I do 9 steps where I don't actually use a scrub to exfoliate, because it's not good to exfoliate your skin every single day. In the evenings I do 7 steps. So what I do is I cut out the exfoliator. Again, I'm only doing them every other morning. I cut out the sheet mask because I think once a day is enough, twice a day is overkill. And of course I'm not going to need SPF because I'm not going out in the sunshine at night time. Now, I'm going to show you the products that I did buy, but what I will say is that not all of them are Korean, and one was actually a mistake. I thought it was Korean. And when it turned out it was Australian. It was the moisturiser. The company's called Sukin. But I bought it. I'm not going to send it back just because it's not Korean. I'm going to use it. I might as well. It's really nice. It smells lovely. I'm following the routine, but next time I am due to buy some more moisturiser, I will definitely make sure it's Korean. Also, the exfoliator is actually an exfoliator I made myself. A little while ago I bought some raw honey. I also have a nice big bag of Dead Sea salt. So mixing honey and Dead Sea salt to me makes a really good exfoliator. Again, I could have gone for Korean and I've got one lined up in my Amazon basket for that. I spent money on buying those things. I thought might as well use them up for what I'm doing, and when it's used up I will switch to Korean. All the other products I bought are Korean, and I'll show you them now, and I'll show you as I'm doing them. So the first 2 steps to the routine both consist of cleansing. The first one being an oil cleanser and the second one being a foam or water based cleanser. The first one I bought here is the Face Shop Rice Water Bright Light Cleansing Oil. You put that on your face dry, work it around your face. It's supposed to remove very heavy, waterproof and stubborn makeup. And then you either rinse it with warm water, or you can just put a bit of the foam one here straight over the top, lather it all up, rinse it off with warm water, and then a splash of cold water to finish. That is followed by the exfoliator. I'm not going to show you it because it's actually in a pot that's got a brand on it, which I don't want to put on camera now because it's nothing to do with the Korean skincare routine. Without further ado, we're going to start this. I'm going to show you each product in turn of what I'm using and how I am using it. So let's first of all start with this. And then I put on about that much of the foam. Again, just put it in your hands, bit of water. I've got a nice bowl of warm water here. Lather it up and rub it on. Now all I need to do is you rinse it using warm water and then splash with cold water. And when you're all rinsed, you're supposed to pat your face, not rub your face, with a nice towel. Next I'm going to show you the exfoliator I made. It's a bit gloopy and a bit gooey, but it's nice and scrubby, and honey is so good for your skin. Has anyone heard of Manuka honey? Great for getting rid of viruses and bacteria. Yeah, it looks a bit greasy, doesn't it? But it's not, it's just the honey and the sea salt. So I'm working it, I'm working it, I'm working it. And whatever scrub you get, make sure it's environmentally friendly and soluble like this. And those plastic beads you get, I think they're phasing them out though, or they've got rid of them completely, I don't know. But they're really not good for the environment. And my honey's going in my hair. Anyway, let's rinse this off. Well, that took a bit doing. Ugh. Now that's all done, so we've done the 2 cleansers and the exfoliator. Now we need to do the toner. Now, usually before I start this routine, dead sea salt there, is I would always put toner onto a cotton pad and rub it over my face. But the cotton pads I've got, and unless you want to go quite expensive, are usually quite rough for your face. And quite a lot of the toner you lose in the pad, it doesn't actually go on your skin. So what I do is I put a very small amount, just 3 drips. I'll show you the product in a minute. And what I do is just pat it on my face. I've seen lots of ladies online doing this. And instead of putting on with a pad or anything, more coming off there, they just pat it on. This brand is also the Face Shop. And it's Rice Ceramide Moisturising Toner. When toning is done to your satisfaction, the next one is Essence. Now, like a lot of people, I was kind of like, what is Essence? It's kind of a cross between toning and serum, so it's kind of a treatment for your skin. This one I've gone for is Mizon, very, very good Korean company. So Mizon Water Volume X First Essence Hydrotox Waterfall Moisture Skin. And there's a lot in this bottle. 3 drops, maybe 4. I find you don't need a lot of it. Do you know what? People say that all the time, don't they? You don't need a lot of it. How many times do you hear someone say that? But it's true. Pat it around your face, blah, 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 blah. Boom! Dum, dum, and it's done. Almost. I could spend the whole day doing this. The next step is something what they call treatments, where you can use things like serums and ampules and emulsions and things like that. This one I've gone for is the Rice Ceramide, again a Face Shop one, moisturising emulsion. This is not a squeezy bottle, I wish it were, but it's not. So what I do is I just shake it. So that's now all over my face. Let that dry. The next step in the process is the sheet mask. Now I've been using, I've just ripped it open, but you can still see it, dermal. When you take the sheet mask out of the packet, it's extremely cold, especially in the bathroom like this. It's bloody freezing this time of year. Very wet, and not only wet, it's kind of slimy. Imagine if you'd taken a circle of cotton and mixed it in with half-set jelly and then slapped it on your face after it's been in the fridge. That's what it feels like. I absolutely hate this part. Hate this part. But let's do it. Oh god. Pat it down. It does have a tendency to come off sometimes. You can take a look in the mirror. Yep. Okay, and then you leave it for 15 minutes. I don't know what to do with myself in 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's remove this. Here we are. Yeah, that can go in the bin. Shove it in the sink for now. Right, now what you've got to do is rub it in. Okay, so it's all rubbed in, still a bit shiny, but it's not soaking wet anymore. Step number 8 is now the eye cream. Now, this one is from Mizon, again, and they don't gross out, but snail gel, yeah, they use it in quite a lot of their products. Many other companies are using snail gel because it's got very, very good repairing qualities to it. It's a natural substance. Some may seem a bit gross, but it's for good reason. And I literally mean you don't need a lot of this. See, there's not much in this pot, but I only need, and I'm not kidding, even that is a bit too much. That. So what I do is just put it on my index and middle finger, like that. And I just rub it under my eye like that, and then up towards the crow's feet, over the top, because I've got hooded eyes, so I like to make sure the crease is nicely moisturised. And then what you're supposed to do is tap it. Okay, that's now done. Now, the next step, the penultimate step, is the moisturiser. Yeah, this is not Korean, but I will show you anyway. Sukin Day Cream, this is Australia. But again, I'm going to probably switch to Mizon moisturiser when this one runs out, because Mise-Ons are a nice all-in-one snail repair moisturiser, and I think I'll switch to that. And again, we wait for the moisturiser to settle. Okay, the final step. Now this is SPF. Now I suppose you could use normal sunblock. I prefer to get Korean, and this one is from Missha, M-I-S-S-H-A, Missha. Now this is the only one I would say where you actually need a generous amount. It doesn't really go that far. It's very thick. So again, all over your hand and then all over your face. So there we have it, those are the 10 steps. Now that may seem extremely tedious and time consuming, and yes it is, but I wanted to do this routine so I put the time in to do it. I now get up every morning at 6 AM without fail. I used to get up about 6:30. I put that extra half an hour in, and I have also put myself together a nice routine, so when I am waiting for the face mask to do what it does, I can go about and do some other things, and yeah, and it's working for me. It really is, and I'm enjoying doing it. I know that I'm taking care of my skin, my hands are feeling the benefits as well. It gets me up in the morning, gets me ready, it makes me alert. I'm going to do a follow-up to this probably in a few months' time, because I think, to be honest, to really see the results you need to do it for at least a month. 3 is probably recommended, I don't know. On the final note, thank you very much to Wonderful Things and Chicken Shed My Life. I will put a link to their channels below. Please check them out and subscribe, because they are both fantastic YouTubers, very original, very talented. Thank you again for watching. Bye!